So I'm going to move on to demoing the alcohol wash technique. So this is the product that we use in Australia. It's a food grade alcohol. So it's 95% alcohol. It dries really fast, and this is what it's very easily available in Australia. In the US, I think the most common thing is people are using the Everclear, which is also 95% alcohol. In the Rejuvenator Spirit. Okay, so I'm just putting a bit of that into a bowl, and I'm going to add a drop of color. So what I'm going to show you is, I've already done brown here, and we can see that. We're going to see the second stage of that. But what I'm going to show you is using black as a base color. So what I find with the colors that we use, so these are airbrush colors. It's just a very basic brand, just a bakery product, and I use that into the alcohol mix. The colours themselves are very basic, so I rarely use them straight out of the bottle. It's always mixing them down a bit. So, for example, a pink, if we use that straight out of the bottle, it's not going to look very natural. So I will soften that by using just a touch of brown or a touch of black. That's going to make it look a little bit more natural. But we can use these colours. Black is one that I do use sometimes, just straight out of the bottle, and I'm just adding just tiny touches into my mix here. And because the black has a base color to it, that's going to start showing through. So what I'm going to grab now is just a broken gum paste flour, which we use for color testing, and we're just checking our color here. So this is actually looking nice to me. I don't know if you can see that. It's a barely there kind of color. It's just a grey with a tiny touch of purple, but I might just strengthen that up a little bit just so you can see it a little bit more.
I love that it's so subtle. I think that's,
yeah.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And so here it is over a larger piece. You can start, once we do that over the entire flower, and then we highlight the center a little bit deeper, that color is going to come out a lot stronger. So now I'm going to paint a whole flower here. So I have this is, we're now preparing our flowers 2 weeks in advance, but usually it's fine just to let it dry for 1 or 2 days, and then it's firm enough to do this technique onto. You definitely wouldn't want to do this if you just finished your flower the same day.
Mm-hmm. But this method is really great because you can get it as concentrated or as light as you really want it to be.
Yeah, well, generally this is for lighter colors. So the more liquid you put into your alcohol mix, the more likely it is to go a little bit streaky. So it's, yeah, if we're doing stronger colors, you know, for example, if it was a hot pink or a red, then I would start with putting some color into the flower itself, into the gum paste, and then I would still do a little bit on the outside of this, so a wash of color, and then probably a little bit of airbrushing as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so here we have the purple flower, so that's just black, nothing else in there, and it's turned a dusty purple, like a light dusty purple color.
Mm-hmm.
So now we put that aside to dry, and I'm going to show you just this brown rose again, how we dust into the center of that and how it will change the appearance. We can use different colors into the center, and that's going to change the appearance of this flower. So what I have here is a dusty pink color. It's, I don't know if you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the petal dust. Yeah. So that's just petal dust and I'm going to put that into the center. Okay, so now we have dusty pink in the center on the brown based rose. And then I'm just going to show you exactly the same rose again, and we're going to dust in a little bit of a dusty peach color. Can you see that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I'm going to put that into the center.
You are not gentle with that. I'm sure that people are going to be wondering what brand of gum paste that you use.
We use the Nicholas Lodge recipe, which I find is very, very stable. In Sydney, we have a lot of humidity, so that's a good one for us. So can you see the difference in those? So one's, we've used the same base color in the background, and one's dusty pink, and one's dusty peach. I'll show you one more, which is latte. So all of these neutral colors are really big at the moment. So it's quite common as a bridesmaid's color for flowers, for fresh flowers in weddings. All of these brown and nude tones are really big. So we're doing a little bit of that in cakes as well.
Okay.
So what I have here is, see that? It's just a little bit of a latte brown color, and I've been putting that into the center. Can you see that one?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So here it is compared to the pink one. So they both have the same color wash on the outside, and then we've just dusted different colors into the center.
Those are very popular colors right now. They look so beautiful, so elegant.
Yeah, and so with our white flowers, we would normally always put a little something in the center. So often it might just be a touch of ivory, but sometimes it could be a pink or one of these latte tones. So now I have a large rose, I'm going to just put a little bit of the latte into the center with this one. And then we can start arranging them on the cake.